Greetings, fellow residents of Hastings, Minnesota. My name is Alec Matheson, and you are watching Strangely Local, brought to you by the good people of Hastings Community Television. The good doctor recommends that we eat well and exercise in order to achieve and maintain a healthy body weight. But our guest tonight, Will, has a very interesting story to share that sounds so fantastic, because it is. This is their story. Go ahead and give it a listen.
And at Rivertown days, I had my picture taken. I'm not sure how the conversation with the photographer turned from Rivertown days to health, but they asked me if I had been working out a lot lately, and I answered in confirmation to their suspicion. Since February of this year, I decided to take better care of myself and began to incorporate more fruit and vegetables into my diet, and began to be more moderately active, at least 5 times per week. I made a lot of lifestyle changes. I stopped eating fried food and red meat altogether. I began a weekly routine of going meatless for at least one day, usually Mondays, and made sure I consumed at least 2 cups worth of fruit and 2 to 3 cups of vegetables daily. I switched from regular milk to soy, rice, skim milk, and I traded in ice cream for single scoops of cold peanut butter and dark chocolate. I've become so disciplined that if I must have French fries with a meal, I will only eat 6. No more, no less.
Impressive.
And yet, despite my best efforts to bring my body weight down to a healthy level and to trade in fat for muscle, nothing had changed much about me whatsoever. After my picture was taken of me, I went home, framed it, and placed it on one of my walls. Curious, I took to the scale and weighed myself, discovering I actually gained a few pounds. And I said to heck with it and ordered a meat lover's pizza and ate it for dinner. I went back to my old ways and just stopped caring about calories, protein, sodium, cholesterol, or fiber intakes. But then a couple of weeks later, I sat down to watch the news and then I noticed something unusual about the picture of me from Rivertown days hanging on the wall.
What was that?
That I looked slightly, incredibly different. I appeared healthier. For the next week, I continued to eat like my old self. But as I did so, my picture kept on looking better and better. When I went on the scale and saw that I had gained a few, and started feeling short of breath here and there in my daily routine, I went back to my diet and exercise strategy. I hid the picture of me in a closet, and a few weeks later checked it out. I saw that in the picture, I was looking fuller in the face, and my clothes were tighter.
Interesting.
Oh, it gets more interesting. As I looked at it, I began to feel bloated, heavier. My clothes were looking and feeling tighter.
What did you do?
I put back the picture in the closet and ate like I was having a cheat day, every single day. A few weeks later, I pulled out the portrait again, and I looked thinner, healthier. I put it back, and then I looked in a mirror. I looked good again. It seemed that the healthier the lifestyle I lived, the worse I looked in the photo. And the unhealthier I lived, the better I looked in the photo. And as soon as I stared good and long into it, I would feel the same as I looked in the picture. And that feeling would persist for a day or so. I couldn't live like a pig for the rest of my life, so I put the picture in my closet again and went back to my healthier lifestyle. It was in late September that I pulled out the photo of myself and I looked near unrecognizable, totally grotesque. It was then that I began to feel my heart beating faster and louder. My left arm became numb, and my breath was getting real short. I was going into cardiac arrest. I placed the picture back and turned it against the wall. I called 911 and went to the ER. The doctor said that me being on the verge of a cardiac episode would be surreal. I went home and came for the picture. I did not look at it. I grabbed it with my eyes closed and I threw it into the trash. But as I did, I could hear glass shatter, and as it shattered, a sharp pain in my chest and my left leg emerged, and it became hard to breathe. I settled myself down and took out the trash. The pain I felt lasted for just a few days. I'm better now.
That's good to hear.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me get all this out.
You're welcome, and happy Halloween. Image matters, says one person. Image does not, says the other. Eat like this or eat like that. Chasing perfection can be difficult to all, and Will looks like to have the most unusual journey to reach that. Thank you all for tuning in this week. We will be back next week. Till then, Hastings, keep things strange.